So over the last 2 days, we've got a whole bunch of emails come back, and maybe one of them actually came from you. And we've got some good news. We're finally going to now share with you what were the questions that we got, and more importantly, what were the top 3 questions that people just like you had around sharing their message with the world, and certainly attracting as many clients as possible so that they can make a difference in their lives. Now, the first question that we got out of the top 3 was, do I need to be crystal clear on my message? Do I need to know exactly what my product is? Do I need to know exactly what my service is? Do I have to have unstoppable certainty and all that other jazz? Now, the fact is, it is a big mistruth out there that you have to have certainty in what you're doing. The simple fact is you don't need that at all. What you do need, though, is just to simply get started. You know, a lot of people get stuck and procrastinate trying to work out, where am I meant to go? I need to have the absolute knowledge, and I need to know what my purpose is before I can do anything at all in life. But the fact is, you'll find out what it is that you love by getting started. You know, one of the things that I recall is it's kind of like going on some dates with people. The more you date something, or the more you date someone, the more you sort of learn to fall in love with that thing, and then before you know it, you're in love and you're off and racing. So when it comes to your message, don't worry. My advice is just get started. If you look at a company like Google, for example, they do this thing called beta testing. Now, if you don't know what beta testing is, this is where they send out an idea to a very small group of people, and they test to see if you like the idea or not. And based on real people's feedback, just like you, they then do little iterations, little refinements of the idea, and before you know it, you have these great products that Google are producing. And your message should be no different. My advice is get it out to the marketplace. Start to listen to some people, start to have a bit of a chat, get some feedback on it, and then refine your message as you go forward from there. So the answer to the first question is no, you don't need to be clear on your message. You just have to start sharing anything from your heart. And as you start to hear what people say, then refine and make your changes from there. In fact, in business, they call it shadow testing. Shadow testing is where you put an idea out into the marketplace, and you let the market play around with it a little bit, and before you know it, you'll become crystal clear on your message by simply taking action. In fact, until you take the first step towards sharing your message, it's very difficult to know what your message really is. So I hope that answers the first question. Now, the second big question that we have that people come up against is, what is the most cost-effective way of sharing our message with the largest number of people and certainly attracting clients that we can actually serve? So what is the most cost-effective way of doing that? Now, obviously, there are many ways that are far more leveraged than others. You know, I could speak to you one-on-one, or I could speak to you one-to-many, as in talk to a camera and then put this video, say, on YouTube, for example, and allow people all over the world to access this video. I could send out an email to thousands of people, or I could laboriously lick a whole bunch of envelopes, put them in the mail, and have them drop into letterboxes one at a time. So there are many, many ways out there that we can now utilize technology that allow us to get our message further than ever before. In fact, your message can reach people on the other sides of the planet that you've never met before, simply thanks to this thing we call technology. Now, out of all those options, from licking envelopes and snail mail to emails, there's one thing that is critical. And that is that when you're communicating with somebody, you have to develop the most important ingredient of all human connection. And that ingredient is something that we like to call trust. Now, trust is really developed most effectively when people can see facial expressions, they can see your tone of voice, they can see and look you in the eye, they observe how you communicate and how you show up, and certainly how authentic you are in the message that you're giving people. And there's no better way of doing that than through video. Because as I'm talking to you right now, we are able to bond and form some type of connection, even though you're watching me on a screen somewhere in the world right now. So certainly video is the way that we've found, and certainly that you will find, that allows you to build the most amount of trust in certainly the shortest possible time, so you can make that connection and really start to make an impact in people's lives. In fact, this is why YouTube is now the second largest search engine on planet Earth. I mean, it's the second largest search engine. Think about that. And that's because we've now realized that the power of video is so undeniably strong in forming those connections that it is simply a must that we all start to utilize this form of technology to go out there and make a real difference in people's lives. So I hope that answers that question. The most cost-effective way I'd have to say to you right now is to get on video, to film yourself communicating and sharing that message in the most authentic way. And you know that you can post videos up on YouTube, it doesn't cost you anything. So from a cost-effective perspective, it certainly is the best, the power of video. Now the third question we get is, how do we stand out in a marketplace that's so crowded? You know, how do I stand out from the healer next to me, or the coach next to me, or the personal development person next to me, or the nutritionist, or the well-being expert? You know, what makes me any different? And unfortunately, so many people are searching externally to find out what's really going on, when what they should be doing is looking inside. You know, a dear friend of mine and a mentor for many, many years, Dr. Wayne Dyer, once said that sometimes people lose their keys inside their house and all the lights go out. And instead of looking for their keys inside their house, they go outside to the nearest street lamp where there is light and they just look around the street lamp. But you and I both know that the only place to find the keys is inside the house, deep within yourself. So how do you stand out? It's pretty simple. The most competitive advantage in any marketplace is this thing that we like to call authenticity. You know, I often say, from a platform to the thousands of people that we speak to across Australia and around the world, at all of our seminars, people on a mission have no competition. So if you would like to stand out, here's my advice. Get on your mission. Really get on your mission. Go out there and open up your heart to the world. Help people improve the quality of their life. And just be yourself. At the end of the day, authenticity is truly the most competitive advantage you'll ever have. I always like to say, be yourself, because everybody else is taken. The rarest commodity on planet Earth, the only thing on this planet that is one of a kind, is you, when you're being your most authentic self. So I hope I answered those questions for you. I hope that helped out, and I hope you've been able to get some information from that and certainly get some leverage from it, some value out of it. And keep your eye on your inbox, because we're going to be sharing some more information. We've got something really, really exciting coming up that we've been working on behind the scenes for quite some time, that I'm absolutely certain is going to assist you to rapidly leverage your time, get your message out to the world, attract way more clients than you ever thought possible, and more importantly, allow you to go out there and live the most fulfilling life that you deserve. To truly, without trying to sound too cliched, to go out there and do absolutely more of what you love. So I look forward to sharing some more information with you. Please keep an eye on your inbox. If you see an email from us, make sure you click it, because this thing we've been working on behind the scenes is absolutely going to provide so much value to you that really it's going to help you to accelerate your ability to be your very own best difference maker and make that impact you've always desired with the world. My name is Benjamin J. Harvey, and until we meet again, share your light, live your love, and keep an eye on your inbox. I'll see you really soon.